Bien, aficionados, bienvenidos y bienvenidas al Estadio Sonora, la casa de la Copa Mundial de Béisbol.
Going to finish the day 0-2, and that is not necessarily a death sentence in group play, but it makes things tough. Fly ball down the right field line. Catch made out there by Lim. His throw to the plate is cut off, and a sacrifice fly for Martina will plate Julian Rip. It'll move Delano Salasa to third base, and the second out of the inning gives the Netherlands a 1-0 lead in the first.
Por el número 30, el jardinero central.
3-2 pitch coming. Grounder too short. Scooped up there and rifled across. Kim leaves it too high. Go unable to make the grab, and that's going to bring home a pair. A 3-0 lead for the Netherlands on the error by Do-Young Kim at short. Kemp off with the pitch. Bouncing ball could be two, and at second, a nice job tagging the bag there by Do-Young Kim to get the out, and his throw to first gets Rip for the double play. The frustrating thing about that, and that's such a gamble in baseball when you got the hit and run on, but if Kemp does not break on that pitch, that's a bouncing ball. It's got a chance to get through up the middle for a base hit. We'll see if it can cash in the one-out double. There's a liner back up the middle into center field, and that will do it. An RBI single for Delano Salasa as Cops will score just a step ahead of that throw from center, and it is a 4-0 lead for this Dutch national team in the second inning. 3 years ago in Barranquilla, Colombia, a win over host and reigning world champ Mexico yesterday. As this is going to turn into a 5-3 double play ball. Junior Martina, textbook from third base, gets the out on Park at third and retires Yun at first, and with him the side. We head to the top of the third inning. The Netherlands out in front of Korea 4-0 in Hermosillo. Swinging a fly ball to right field. First pitch swinging. Rip with a dive, but he couldn't come up with it. And rounding third to score is Go. Korea is on the board in the bottom of the fourth. When that thing came off the bat, I thought that was going to be a pretty routine fly ball to right. And again, you just wonder how much the sunlight and shadow is playing tricks on these fielders on both sides. Rip did not really get a good read on that ball off the bat. He had to run a ways for it, but you can see in the middle of his route to try to get to that ball, he had to change his pursuit angle. Yun trying to keep the line moving for Korea. Rock ready, 1-2 pitch. And that'll escape by Janssen. It'll bring home the second run of the afternoon for Korea. And I was going to say, that is the risk that becomes a very real thing when a runner goes first to third, as Min-Kyu Young did. Anything that escapes with how much foul ground there is here in Hermosillo, charged to Jung, although it's not up there yet. And now a fly ball to center field, starting back and coming in. And Do-Young Kim, man, he made that one tricky, but he's there to snare it for the final out of the sixth inning. 3-2, bouncing ball right side. Kemp can't get to it. It's past him and into right. It'll bring in one. A seeing eye single through the right side, and it's an RBI knock for Do-Young Kim. It now brings up the tying run in the person of the three-hole hitter, Jongchan Lim. And oh man, this is one of those weird baseball innings in which everything put in play so far in this inning could have and maybe should have in some cases been an out. Mendez. Drive out to right. Back on it is Rip, and it's over his head and off the wall on a hop. Around from second base is Kim, who is hot on the heels of Lee. And speaking of hot on the heels, the throw-in will not get Do-Young Kim, who scores from first. It's a bases-clearing triple for Jongchan Lim, and this is a one-run game now in the seventh. Holy cow, this is as crazy of an inning as we could have possibly expected. And it's going to spell the end of what turns into a brutal stat line for Eric Mendez, who really did his job with the exception of that last pitch. Goodness gracious. Goku pitched last night, 0-1, lifted in the air to right. Rip makes the catch. This should be deep enough, more than deep enough to score Lim. The throw to the plate is not in time, and we are all tied up as Korea has come all the way back with 5 runs in the 7th to make it a 7-7 game. This is a wild one. This Netherlands team, over the last handful of international competitions, we just have not seen the breaks go their way. And bouncing ball could be 2. Out at short, snared there by Kim. To lead for 1, on to first. 6-4-3, and Korea will head to the dugout in a tied game with the tiebreaker rule in effect as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Korea erasing a 5-run deficit last inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th, my mistake. 7-7 our score. They'll try to win it next. What a stunner here. This game looked as though it was going to be a pretty easy win for the Netherlands. And then 5 across for Korea. Bouncing ball to first. To home, the throw gets away from Janssen, and Korea walks it off. Jadian Yamanika fielded that, and his momentum was kind of carrying him toward the first base line. Didn't get his feet set the right way to make the throw to the plate, and he bounces it in to Dave Janssen, and Korea celebrates its first win of the U-23 Baseball World Cup. What a wild one here in Hermosillo tonight. It took us 3 hours and 6 minutes, but Korea with 6 runs between the 7th and 8th rallies from a 7-2 deficit for an 8-7 win.